control. It's a very powerful word that gets thrown around in a lot of relationships, maybe even yours. And today I'm hoping to give you a different view of that word. I'm Lesli Dories, your marriage coach, creator of the Hero Husband Project, and owner of Foundations Coaching. And, sometimes I'll hear from my clients that they think that their wife is trying to control them, or they've been accused of trying to control their wives. And two things happen when somebody feels controlled. They either dig in and resist, or they completely surrender. And I'm going to tell you, neither one of those things is going to work. And the reason why is because what's actually happening, what is being interpreted as control, is actually an emotional reaction to the other person's fear and anxiety. So if I'm trying to control things, if I'm trying to make things go a certain way, it's because I'm really uncomfortable with the way they are, and I want to be comfortable. I want the fear and the anxiety to go away. So I'm going to really push hard for what is comfortable for me. And that may mean it's not comfortable for you. And this is the dance that is going on in marriages. And it's why you cannot diffuse that sense of control, right? Because it's the other person's fear and anxiety rearing its ugly head and their lifelong patterns in dealing with it. So what needs to happen is, instead of either resisting it and going, there's no way I'm going to maintain my independence and you're not the boss of me and nobody's going to tell me what to do, which, by the way, is your own fear and anxiety reaction to somebody asking you to do something different, or you just completely fold like a cheap suit, and in trying to appease the other person's fear and anxiety, and appeasement never works because it's a bottomless pit, right? Because you're trying to solve somebody else's emotional response. And it doesn't work. Managing emotional responses is always an inside job. So what needs to happen instead is to get curious about what it is about this situation that your partner is trying to control, or you're trying to control, and really get at what's the underlying fear and anxiety, because that's where the answer is, right? And pushing back or folding isn't going to fill that hole, but getting curious about what the underlying thing is gives you the opportunity to find a better solution than pushback or collapse. And the truth of the matter is that becoming curious about your partner's emotional responses, believe it or not, is an advanced relationship skill. Because what happens is that when somebody wants us to do something that we don't want to do, our own emotional responses get in, and then we're meeting emotion with emotion, which, as you probably know, is like going from the frying pan into the fire. It's not going to work. So when we can become curious, and when we can be open to what the other person is experiencing and separate it out from us, even though we're the ones being accused of trying to control the other person, or not caring about them, or all the other combinations that come along when somebody doesn't get their own way, that's advanced skills. And I'm going to tell you, most people don't have those skills. But if you want to master them, then I invite you to get in touch with me. You can connect and set up a one-on-one Hero Husband session with me at bit.ly/Coach Lesli. That's Coach Lesli. Thanks, Mom, for that, the E, right? And you too can learn these advanced relationship skills and stop this back and forth about who's controlling who, and actually set yourself up to have a healthy, connected, loving, peaceful marriage. So hopefully you found this helpful, and I hope to hear from you. And until next week, stay loving.